because he wants to be asked that question. What was your relationship like with your father? Tell me about your mother. I'd rather not, thanks. Isn't there just like 3 quick steps I can do to like get him back? No. So I want to let you know that you're not alone in this. And so just know the reason that is because you've been through a lot. And when you're in dating, your stuff's getting triggered. So it has nothing to do with your worthiness or your inability to like figure it out, because this is not a business issue. This is a heart issue. Hello, do you have a moment to talk about shame? No thanks, absolutely not. But we really need to focus on this whole feeling, this emotional experience that we have of shame when we're really struggling in love and dating, and we feel like we should be further along than we are. And we're also really, really succeeding in business. So I'm going to talk about that today. I really recommend watching this in conjunction with the video I've linked up above, which is about the reason why we struggle as high achievers in love, and the reason why there's such a juxtaposition between killing it in business and then kind of falling apart when it comes to dating. And I explain why it is in that video. But what I want to do today is really break down for you this experience of shame and how I can normalize that a little bit. If you haven't met me before, I'm Cheryl Muir, the relationship expert, relationship whisperer, helping high achievers overcome dating drama and build healthy relationships, which is so important regardless of what is going on in the world. And this really isn't about dating at all and whether or not you can date and restrictions and all this other fucking bullshit that's going on. It's about our experience, and also we get to be supported during this time, and we're not being supported during this time if we don't have the relationship we really, really desire, and or we're stuck in this quagmire of why is it this is still a struggle? Why is it I still can't attract the love that I want? What's going on there? So let's unpack this topic of shame. Anytime we feel shame around a thing, but particularly around this issue, we feel like we're the only one that's struggling with this. And I just want to give you a spoiler. You're not the only one that's struggling with this. All my clients, high achieving people, right? Entrepreneurs, work in the media, work in venture capital, work for big tech. They are brilliant. They are intelligent. They are so on it. They are a killer in the boardroom or in their business, whatever line of work it is they're particularly in. They're a killer. Many of them are a big deal. They're known, right? They're influential. And then it's like they have this dirty little secret. Oh my God, I am a mess in love. So I want to let you know that you're not alone in this. And so just know the reason that is because you've been through a lot. And when you're in dating, your stuff's getting triggered, right? So it has nothing to do with your worthiness or your inability to like figure it out, because this is not a business issue. This is a heart issue. This is an inner child thing. This is about what you experienced when you were small. It's being able to feel that and feel all the emotions that come with that. This is not something you're going to be able to think your way through, though you're intelligent and brilliant. It's not going to be something you can strategize your way out of. It's about feeling, and that's the thing we often don't want to do, and the thing that we really avoid doing. Because he wants to be asked that question. What was your relationship like with your father? Tell me about your mother. I'd rather not, thanks. Isn't there just like 3 quick steps I can do to like get him back? No. And sometimes when you've gone through this process with me or with whoever you're led to, you don't even want him or her back because they're not good for you. And you're trauma bonded to them, right? You want them back because it's rubbing up against a wound, and if they come back, then the wound will be soothed. We need to get you to a place where you don't want anyone that doesn't want you, and you're also not attracted to them people anymore. There's a really interesting experience with attraction, because you might be saying, yeah, but I don't find the good men or the good women attractive. I'm turned on by the bad boys. I mean, there's a lot I could say about that. But when we've done this work and we've really soothed that small part of us that feels abandoned and unloved and feels like the bullied kid, or hello, hi, I'm Cheryl, I was the bullied kid, right? You wouldn't know that looking at me, but I was. And that's part of our identity sometimes. And we don't want people to know that. We don't want to voice it and vocalize it. And we think there's something wrong with us. And we go back to that place. But when we can soothe that part of us, it's really interesting. Because all the people we were attracted to before, not only are we not magnetically pulled to them anymore, because that's what attraction is. It's like magnetism, right? We're pulled towards them. Not only are we not pulled towards them, we're not attracted to them. And in many cases, we find it quite repulsive. And then the people that really turn us on are strong, intelligent, high value men or women, have their shit together. They like to sort things out. They're very in their masculine or their feminine, depending on what you want, right? And that's hot to us, and that becomes a turn on, and they become the people that we're attracted to because we've done the work and we're no longer attracting from our wounds. So there's nothing wrong with you. And it's okay to feel shame. It's okay to feel like, oh God, I'm really embarrassed about that. And sometimes that's a sign that we want to change it and we want to resolve it, you know, in which case apply for a call with me, and the link's down below. And we'll get this sorted for you. I'll guide it through you quickly. It doesn't have to take a long time. You can work with me for 10 days or 30 days and we'll get it sorted, so long as you've been in therapy, right? Usually when people come to me, they've been in therapy for a couple of years, so we can hit the ground running. If you haven't been in therapy, go there first. But it's just about connecting the dots and understanding why this happened. But there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. You went through a lot when you were small, and perhaps you forget that you've been through a lot because you've achieved a lot in your life. So sometimes you forget how painful things were because things are so good in your career, but there's also now that kind of secret shame inside of, why am I still attracting losers? Why does someone else have the ability to take me down emotionally? I remember that, right? It wasn't that long ago. I was in an entanglement with a married man back in 2017. And now I just look at it and kind of shake my head, and I'm like, wow, I'm in a very different place now. And I felt shame around that for a long time, you know, and there's a lot that people could say about that. I'm not proud of it. I'm not proud of it. We were both in the wrong. It wasn't a physical affair, but it was emotional, and I think that's just as bad, right? But now, someone that's unavailable to me, I'm not attracted to them in the slightest. That's a sign too that something's going on, right? If you're attracting these people that, oh, I fell for this guy, but oh, he has a partner already. Or I fell for this guy, but oh, he lives on the opposite side of the country. So it's interesting, isn't it, that the people that you're attracting and attracted to are not available to you in some way. And you might see this as a fated thing, like, why does he have to be on the other side of the world? I can't believe it. When actually, it's a sign of something that's going on within you. There are plenty of eligible people in your town that are single, right? So there could be a bit of an avoidant thing going on there. It's a way of keeping love at arm's length, but still having the feelings of infatuation or whatever it might be. So there might be something to unpack there. So anyway, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with you. You've just been through a lot. That's all it is. And dating is just triggering some childhood stuff, and we can sort that out. You're doing a beautiful job. I hope this helped you feel really seen and acknowledged. I do see you and I understand. I've been there. That's why I do this work. I think it's really helpful to have a relationship expert that's been through it. You know, when I was starting to do my own research on this work, I remember looking for relationship experts. It seemed like they'd never really struggled with it. I'm like, yeah, but it's okay for you because you don't have a trauma history. You don't understand. But I get it. I've been in the trenches, so I understand. We can get you through this. You're doing a beautiful job. You're doing really, really well. Be a little easier on yourself. Watch yourself talk. Don't be so hard on yourself, right? There's random people on the internet that'll do that for us. We don't need to be so hard on ourselves. Speak to yourself kindly. Speak to yourself the way you wish your parents had spoken to you when you were small, right? Encouraging, warm, supportive. Come on, you can do it. I believe in you. You've got this. Speak to yourself not that way, not, why have you fucked it up again? What's wrong with you? Like, that just re-traumatizes us. Speak to yourself kindly, the way you would to your 5-year-old, 6-year-old version of yourself. Okay, you're doing great. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.